JDev is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 8 episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead, that you take the initiative and pay attention to this episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I suggest, and so does everybody else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Walking Dead Season 8 episode number 6. The title of this episode is called The King, the Widow, and Rick. This will be my reaction, review, recap of the episode. And keep in mind, it's an episode I've seen a few times. I'm just doing a reaction to it to have it on my channel and reacting to it due to the fact that they announced that Season 11 of The Walking Dead is going to be the final season of the main Walking Dead show. And keep in mind, I just watched the episode again. Finished it about 5 minutes ago. So this is a fresh reaction, just not showing the actual episode of the video. This isn't necessarily in order. This episode kind of jumps around from different things, so I tried to keep things together. So in case you think it's out of order, well, that's why. And I'll do my best to kind of make it make sense. After the onslaught of the war against Negan and the Saviors, Rick, Maggie, and Carol correspond with each other to report on their victories and losses. And they make plans to launch the next phase of the plan in a few days. Rick travels to the Scavengers base to meet with Jadis, showing her the Polaroid photos of their victories and offer deals with them in the war. Despite their previous actions, Jadis refuses the deal again. Those scavengers are fucking weird, and I don't know why they're in the story of The Walking Dead. They really serve no focal point. They're just annoying. At the hilltop, Aaron returns with baby Gracie. Jesus keeps watch over the saviors they have captured, secured on the fence outside of the community. Maggie expresses disappointment that Jesus is using their supplies to provide them food and water, while Gregory suggests they build gallows to hang them. However, Jesus reminds them that by killing their prisoners, they would be no better than the saviors, which is true. Maggie later decides to allow the saviors inside, imprisoned within a makeshift cage as long as they do not cause trouble. She then sends Gregory into the pen to be imprisoned with the saviors because he's a snake, and it's funny. And despite his loud protests, of course he would, she cannot trust him either. In private, Jesus thanks Maggie for keeping the saviors alive, but she sees them as future bargaining chips. In the library, Aaron shares his feelings of loss with Maggie, who understands his pain firsthand. Maggie's lost Herschel, she's lost Beth, she lost Glenn, in all very devastating ways. I wonder who Maggie hates more, Negan for bashing Glenn's head in, or the governor for cutting Herschel's head off with the sword, or decapitating him. That's kind of interesting. Probably Negan, but that was her dad versus her the guy she just met within the past 5 years. I don't know. Anyway, taking Maggie's words to heart, Aaron decides to go on a personal mission. Before departing, Enid offers to join him, and Aaron actually agrees. And then in the kingdom, Ezekiel has secluded himself in his home, refusing to allow others to see him. Carol works to prepare other able-bodied residents to help in Rick's plan. Henry desperately wants to participate despite her hesitation, but she eventually allows him to do so. And then afterwards, Carol is able to approach Ezekiel and tries to encourage him to take up leadership again, even if it's just to maintain his act. Ezekiel remains reluctant to participate and tells her to leave him alone, because she's like, you need to be this role. This is what you need to do. This is to get people to do. This is to get people to believe. Elsewhere, we have Carl, who goes scavenging outside Alexandria and encounters Siddiq again. Carl apologizes for Rick's previous hostility towards Siddiq, and actually offers him food and water. Seeing that Siddiq was trapping a walker, Carl asks Siddiq the 3 questions that Rick uses to judge potential members of his group, and is impressed with the answers. Carl decides to lead Siddiq back to Alexandria, promising him to vouch for him once they get there. En route, they are attacked by a small group of walkers, some of which pin down Carl before he can dispatch them. Appearing uninjured, they continue on. And the key word there is appearing uninjured, our key phrase. Spoilers ahead. At Alexandria, Tara, like I said, this episode kind of jumps around a different place. She's surprised to find Daryl fixated on taking his own actions outside of Rick's plan, waiting on her porch. When she vows to kill Dwight after the war is over, Daryl proposes that they kill him together and suggests that they don't have to wait. And then meanwhile, Michonne is anxious to know what is happening, feeling responsible for the war as she had urged Rick to take a stand toward the Saviors. Rosita offers to come with her to see what's happening at the sanctuary. En route, they hear loud music and find two Saviors nearby trying to load a truck with speakers, which they plan to use to lure away the walkers surrounding the sanctuary. And then Rosita and Michonne kill one of them, but the other escapes with the truck until it is sideswiped by a garbage truck driven by Daryl and Tara, killing the other Savior. The four travel together to the sanctuary, seeing the walkers still surrounded. Daryl decides they need to take action now. And then the episode ends with no options left. Rick is taken and kept prisoner inside a shipping container, stripped down to his boxer shorts, and that's how it ends. So we got a lot of stuff in this episode, but a lot of the stuff really wasn't that interesting. It was still a good episode, and these episodes of season 8, I think they tried too hard. When they bottle everything together, it sucks. And then when they try to cram too much into one episode, it doesn't stick with you because there's so much they're trying to tell you in an episode. So I'm going to give it a 7.6 out of 10. And then as far as the character of the episode, I mean, it focuses on a lot of people, but not one person a lot. I'm going to give the character of the episode to Jesus because he did a good thing. He got Megan to take the Saviors in and keep them hostage inside the hilltop. And then Gregory got put in there too, which was always great. And of course, he's trying to make deals with the Saviors already because that's what he does. So I hope you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. So if you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like this episode, the King, the Widow, and Rick from Season 8, go ahead and smash that like button. And even if you don't like the episode, go ahead and smash the like button if you're a fan of The Walking Dead in general. If you know anybody that would be interested in listening to this, go ahead and share the video with them. Make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section. You can talk about a lot of things there. Your favorite moment of the episode, your favorite character of the episode. You can score the episode or talk about your favorite characters of Walking Dead, least favorite, and then, of course, favorite episodes and least favorite episodes. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.